What is up, folks? It's your boy Dino, aka your Solid 5.
And it's Nicotine coming at you.
The Boo Crew coming at you.
The Boo Crew is here. It's beyond
the
the
ether.
ether.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Not cruising it. Not cruising it yet.
Not cruising the ether. We should be cruising the ether.
Yeah.
But we are beyond the ether. And this week we are bringing you The Mousetrap, which obviously is Mickey Mouse. And this movie was made obviously very fast. And you can see why. Basically one day.
Feels like it was one day.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Such a shit show.
So, let's go here.
Yeah, let's knock this out.
Mousetrap. Director was Jamie Bailey, and the writer was Simon Phillips. Jamie Bailey is known for a whole bunch of B-rated movies that he has directed. What Lurks Beneath, stuff like that. And we got Simon Phillips, who I see here had some effect with the Witcher series on Netflix.
He did like an episode, right?
Yeah, episode Bandit. Everything else after that, it's nothing special.
Yeah, it's just bad. He's also credited for doing some like Santa Claus like horror films. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So very B class actors and
low budget films.
Very low budget. At least they tried, I guess.
Yeah, so, that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, and if you really want to know, it's a 2.5 on IMDb, which is amazingly bad. So the whole premise of this movie is just we have two employees that are closing the night. One of them's turning 21 that day.
Yeah.
And so the premise of the movie is just that her friends are throwing a 21st birthday party, a surprise 21st birthday party for the childhood friend.
The friend Alex, right? Alex was the one who was turning 21, yeah.
Turning 21. And she thought she was forced to do like an overnight party for a bunch of kids, but it turns out that her friends are surprising her with the party, and that's why she's staying late. So they just want to throw a party for their childhood friend, yada yada.
Yeah.
So the gist of this movie is just basically that Steamboat Willie, aka Mickey Mouse, possesses the owner of the what is this, like a Mickey Mouse kind of thing? Or
it's
not
like a low budget Chuck E. Cheese.
Like a Chuck E. Cheese, yeah. Basically kills and possesses the owner of the establishment,
Simon Phillips, and
goes on a murderous rampage. A bunch of young, stupid young adults. First, we have Mickey Mouse. Sort of, he has like a trophy of a Mickey Mouse like mask kind of thing, or like a helmet.
It has like what the hell would you call
that?
Really
bad one too.
It's like he has like this like display of like Mickey Mouse shit.
Yeah, he's got like
he's obsessed with Mickey Mouse for some reason.
And he's watching like the original Steamboat Willie cartoon.
Yeah, drinking, having a good time by himself.
Yeah, he's making the kids clothes.
It's crazy too because like somehow in this arcade thing, he has like a custom built movie theater room.
Yeah, like in the back or something.
Yeah.
He has a weird back room. Yeah. That was weird. So he's just like chilling. He's watching the original Steamboat Willie film, which is actually on like the old projector, film thing. And Mickey Mouse decides to come out of the screen into the mask thingy, and sort of like egg him on to go walk over there and put on the mask or helmet thingy. So
starts chanting to him, calling his name.
He's calling him, he's teasing him, blah blah blah, and he just walks over and puts it on, and now he's Mickey Mouse apparently.
He's all Timmy, come on Tim.
Yeah, come on. I don't know what he says, but some bullshit.
He says, "Do you want to see what I see?" or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Like, do you want to see what I see?
Yeah. He's like, "Well, look through my eyes," or it's something weird
corny
like that.
Shit. Yeah. God, it's so bad. And so this is when we start the movie of like him, starting to like mess around with the kids a little bit. But first, we see like the group of kids they show up, surprise her, and also her friend kind of like abandons her. Well, not her friend, but her like coworker. She's trying to get some deep.
Yeah.
And
she's her mind's on some other stuff.
Yeah, she's she basically bails on her coworker, and that's when all the friends show up.
The friends show up. They have a cake. And they're like, surprise, this and that. You know, it's your birthday. And I guess that they had it there at the arcade because I guess that's where they grew up there as kids.
Yeah, they grew up there as kids, and they also made so the love interest, the guy that's like in love with the main chick.
Two of them. Yeah.
Well, there's two guys in love with her. Yeah. So there's the nerdy dude, and there's also the jock. They're both in love with her, but the nerdy dude makes a promise to her as kids that like he was gonna throw her a 21st birthday party at that establishment, and he does. So that's why he books the night and shows up and just kind of tries to like win her heart over.
Trying to woo her
with, fucking
candies,
VR headsets and
cake,
candy and cake and shots apparently.
Sweet whispers.
All the sweet nothings in her ear, which she doesn't actually do.
And then you got
actually the jock does that.
Yeah, the jock trying to woo her with alcohol and shots
and sweet nothings in her ear. So, and this is the setup of all the friends, and so this is when Mickey Mouse kind of comes out and starts to murder each person slowly and boringly, should I add. So out of all the friends, he goes after like the slut first, and like the guy that's like, well, she's obviously horny, so she like kind of lures him into like the play.
Yeah, they go into like a little playground area.
Yeah. So they're the first to die.
And the nerdy kid says like some crap from like Scream. He's all, don't go in there, or they said like, oh, we'll be back, and it's like, no, and he's like, they're gonna die. He's all, they're dead.
Yeah, he's like they're not coming back.
And they're like, what?
They're like, what? He's like, yes. He's like, what? You never seen a horror film?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
Well, you always say like, I'll be back, and they never come back. So he was right.
Yeah, motives. They start getting motives right now.
So they got, and yeah. So Mickey is just kind of creeping. He's taunting them, a little bit. God, this movie's so confusing because everything just kind of happens fast, and then there's no backstory to like the stuff. He's just an evil presence that goes and just
nothing makes sense in this movie.
Yeah, nothing makes sense in the movie. So, oh God, I can't believe I watched this movie twice.
Yeah.
So,
could barely watch it once.
Yeah. So we know the owner's dead. We know that two of the friends are dead. They show Mickey go to this bar with all the other jocks. Teammates. They're on a hockey team, and they're all wearing the same jerseys. Which also the owner has the same jersey too, which I thought was weird. So is he like the coach or something? I thought that was weird.
Yeah, he was the coach in the '90s. He said or something like that.
Okay, but like
the owner used to be a coach, and he said he was a coach. He said the owner's a coach, and then he took a couple of pucks to the head, and it became like a little bit wacky. And
so that's why he's
for some reason he owns Arcade now.
All right. Because he still has the team, what do you call it?
Yeah,
uniform.
That's because he was the coach. He used to be a coach for him.
All right, so that makes sense now. Because I was kind of like, I missed that part.
Yeah, they say it in the bar.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, all right, okay. So Mickey shows up, presumably kills everybody. He hits them all with hockey sticks. So that doesn't make sense either because like the bar has to be like on the other side of town or something.
They said the bar was right next door to the.
Oh, it was right next
to the fucking arcade.
God, Jesus Christ! Of course it is. All right, that makes sense now.
That's why because I was confused too. I was like, damn, how do you get over there?
Well, he does teleport. We find out later on.
But like I thought the same thing. I said, fuck, what the hell? This dude's traveling across town. But then they mentioned that it was next door to the arcade. And that's where they're going to walk to the bar. For some reason, there's a bar next door to a children's fucking children's playhouse.
I guess the parents have to go somewhere, right?
Yeah, it checks out.
Well, so so they have drinks at the there though, don't they?
They got alcohol at the children's place.
Yeah, because
it's like a regular.
It's kind of like a Dave and Buster's kind of thing, or what?
I guess so.
Okay.
I don't know. Does Chuck E. Cheese have alcohol there?
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. I don't know. It's been like 10, it's been like it's been like how long has it been? It's been like 15. Like it's been like
I'm trying to think the last 12
years or so since because my son. But
I'm trying to think the last time I went to Chuck E. Cheese.
I swear I don't think there is alcohol at all because I'm pretty sure there's not.
There's alcohol at Grand America. There's alcohol.
Yeah.
They got alcohol there.
Yeah,
I know.
But I don't think she wants to do any there because
or they brought alcohol, one or the other. Cause I know the girl does say let's go. The girl says when they say let's go to the bar, and that one chick's like, we're running out of vodka.
Okay.
So maybe because
I guess they brought it in. Yeah. Anywho, so he starts to pick off people one by one, especially the team. Oh, also at the same time, during the film, one of the surviving friends, you find out later at the end, she's like being interrogated by the police. She's in jail, and two cops are interrogating her about the events of the night, and like her story doesn't make sense, shit like that.
So it's like basically like the plot line in this movie is that she's getting interrogated, and now she's telling the story of what happened in the arcade. The movie is depicting that.
Yeah, so they're just what do you call it? Flashbacking basically the entire film of the event. Yeah, so so she's kind of like holding their hand into the whole like events of the night and stuff, and because they don't believe her at all. I mean, who would? Yeah.
I've seen the movie and I still don't believe it.
I still don't believe it. Yeah. Jesus, I know. So there's only I think like 8 kills in this movie, so they say, and most of it's like off screen. So there's only like 3 kills or something like that, like on screen.
As they're killing, there's a lot going on because like they're like people are getting killed, and then some kids are watching this happen on camera.
Right.
So they're seeing him from place to place, and there's just a ton of shit happening at once.
And apparently he teleports, and we see that during the movie too.
Yeah, because they're trying to figure out like how did he get here, and he was just here, and all that sort
of
stuff.
And you see it like in like as it's happening, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I guess if you're a cartoon, that's what you do. You just kind of there's no like realm of like reality. For a cartoon character, really. So, I mean, I guess in a sense that makes sense because it's not a real thing. It's just like something that came from imagination, So people are dying. The girl's explaining to the police what's happening. I mean, there's not a whole lot to this movie.
Not really. This movie really sucked.
We thought Popeye was bad, but Popeye was better than this.
You got people dying. You got one girl got a throat slit.
Yeah, so one girl got a throat slit. One gets stabbed in the top of her head. We got the couple that die in the playpen, but they got killed off screen. And then the girl gets stabbed through her back, and then.
Okay, that kill was pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, so that was the only kill in the movie that actually made you feel a little something because
I just like the way it did it.
Yeah, that was the only kill that was shot good, because it actually had emotion behind it too because they were trying to like escape at that moment.
Yeah, and
they see her walking up and she's like leave or whatever. She's like trying to warn her.
I just thought it was a good kill. It was probably like the most epic good kill out there because they stabbed her, blood flew out of her mouth. It made it look like a real kill, and then if she fell down on the ground and they were watching it
slowly,
and then it went back to, and then after that it just went back to a bunch of bogus shit.
Yeah. So that was the only like meaningful kill that they did in this entire stupid ass film.
Yeah. And the acting was just terrible.
Again, so like I said, there's nothing really to this movie. So basically they're trying to like, at some point they're trying to get rid of Mickey, and we see later on in the film how they do that. Why they call it the mousetrap. You know, they trap Mickey. They use fucking strobe lights to paralyze him.
Yeah, lights hurt.
Yeah, so I guess blinking lights are his weakness.
I think that has to do with something with the projector.
Oh right, that makes sense.
That's that's why I just feel it.
Like, because remember like when he's like looking at the owner of the establishment, when he turns around in the beginning of the film and he's looking at a projector, it's like, you know, like when you look at a projector, it's like flashing kind of. Like,
yeah, it's like blinding you.
Yeah, it's like blinding you. So that makes sense now. Fuck. Now that you mention it, that's the only thing that makes sense in the movie.
I feel like the lights has to have something with the projector. That's what I think I can make sense from.
That's his only weakness.
Because in the beginning, where he's watching Steamboat Willie before this all happens, the projector, he's watching the projector and it's all flashing on the wall.
Right.
And then next thing you know, they're hitting him with lights and they're flashing.
And it like stops him. Yeah.
Like a projector or something. It's not the projector.
Okay, so dude, now
the movie was fucking weird.
Yeah, it's a weird, dumb movie, but at least that makes sense. That's like the only thing that makes sense now in this whole movie. So anywho, they find a way to like trap. This is why they call it the mousetrap. They find a way to trap Mickey in the in the playpen area or whatever.
They they're like in some like jungle gym area or something, and they take points. They're they're on each on like a different post.
Yeah, like they're on like 4 like points of like the.
And then Alex, the main girl, is like hitting them with the light.
Yeah, and then like the boys go down there and start beating him basically.
And then Mickey Mouse looks like he's like it looks like a prisoner, like, you know, it's like with spotlight. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like he can't move. He doesn't know where. And then they just start like one hitting him. They just one hit him across the fucking screen.
Yeah, God. Like something happens to where like the lights stop or some shit, and then he like teleports away, right?
They stop. No, they turn on some other lights. The lights don't work. The lights end up not working. That's what happens. So. Oh,
now I know why.
She hits him with the strobe, and then they get him. And then they turn on the regular lights, and as they're holding him down, he's like, you don't got me, and he just disappears anyway.
I feel like I know why the lights stop working now, because it makes sense now to the post credits. But so the lights stop working, Mickey escapes. They're all confused for a second, and then the main character gets killed too. This is what I had a problem with, because it's like you're building up this character, the only character that actually has some kind of like background to her. As you know, we don't know too much about her, but we know that like she's the most important thing about the movie, and she gets her head just decapitated like fast, and I get the shock value of it.
Cause I didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah, I didn't either, and I was like,
caught
what?
Me off guard, and I thought that was like, okay, one of the only highlights of that movie for me, because I just didn't expect it to happen.
Right.
All the other shit was just like mediocre shit.
Yeah. So she dies, and then like, and then we go back into the whole jail thing, and so stupid. Okay, anywho, so we know that Mickey's alive. 3 of the friends survive, which is one of the friends, the jock dude, and like the love interest, boy toy young dude.
See.
So they live, and then there's 4 really, because there's the goth chick, that's like she's only shown in like some scenes. She's not really shown like that much during the film, but she's there, and she's like kind of like running around too. She's stuck in the jail cell. She's telling the guys or whatever. So let's just like wrap this up as far as like the story goes. So like post credit, they show Mickey basically breaking her out of jail, and he's kind of like, I got more things to do, like, or whatever, like. I forgot what he says. He says something stupid.
I didn't see the post credit, man. I stopped at the credits.
Yeah, and then you just saw like
I finished the movie and credits came up, and then I turned it off.
Like, thank God, yeah. So it's essentially like tells her like, you're coming with me. We have more stuff to do. this is the goth chick, like he's telling the goth chick, I'm getting you out because I need your help, basically, without saying it in those words. So here's my theory about like why the light stopped working is because she's been in the background the whole entire movie, right? I think she was already in on it the entire time, and that's why she stopped like the strobe light stuff, and that's why he was able to escape and kill her because she helped him, like basically the whole movie. That's my theory on that, which is it doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong because the movie sucks anyway.
Yeah,
but I didn't think about that until like once I saw the post credits. I'm like, oh, it makes sense. That's why she was like barely in the movie.
No,
it's because she was already kind of like not the like we already forgot about her until later on in the movie where she was like kind of showing up here and there, and then she's one of the one of four survivors basically.
Yeah, you forget about her in the story because she's telling the story, so it's hard to forget about.
And she's really only in like a couple of scenes, like scared and running off or whatever.
Yeah, because the only scene she's in when she gets attacked, she gets her ankle slit.
Oh, she does, huh?
Yeah, and then that was it. And then that one guy dies right in front of her. That's right. Yeah, he gets stabbed in the head.
That's what it was. Yeah. Okay. Again, we knew that this was going to be a very short episode, so please don't watch this movie. By the way, this movie is fucking. Do you have anything like to add to this? Like
the only problem I have is, like I said, this movie did not make any sense to me. And I have to bring this up because this is like at the end of this movie, there's two cops, right? Two investigators, and one investigator says, he says, so you and your friends stopped him with the strobe light, and then right next to him, the other cop says, why are you like this when all your friends are dead? Or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
totally
right there fucked me up mentally. Because it's like, okay, are they fucking alive or are they dead? Because they both said one or the other. And that really screwed me up. And it was just like, wow, the writing on this is just like...
awful. But like...
it's crazy.
I think it's because like, Disney is such a big powerhouse that like, when they make this movie, they knew that they only had a very small window of like when they could release this movie. What they could use, what they couldn't use. So they probably there's rules, right? Mm-hmm. So they probably just threw this shit together within like a week, of production. Like they probably just was like, okay, we know what we're doing as far as like an idea goes, but we only have like X amount of time before we film it and then like promote it and then also release it, because it's kind of like the Winnie the Pooh movie. It's like they only have They had to wait a certain date for this stuff to go to public domain before they can drop it. The only thing I can say that's redeemable about this movie was like the opening scene to where they had like the Star Wars scrolling thing on there, and they were kind of like, we tried to call Disney, but they wouldn't call us back. Stupid. Yeah, and
I saw that. I knew this movie was gonna be shitty.
Yeah, but I thought it was kind of funny because like they were being honest. They were like, yeah, they didn't want anything to do with this. I'm like, well, yeah, because you guys don't know how to make a fucking movie.
Well, the original title was Mickey Mouse Trap.
Yeah, which would have been a great title, but I think it's because Steamboat Willie was such an original version of Mickey. That's probably why they couldn't use Mickey Mouse, but they can use Steamboat Willie because that's what that cartoon was called. Yeah. When they first came out with it. So again, I don't know anything about like laws and copyrights and stuff like that, but it's been less than 100 years, so I wonder like what the cutoff is. Like what's what and how many years does it like count as public domain before So it just confuses me. This is why we have like Popeye and Winnie the Pooh and stuff like that.
I hope they got sued and lost all their money and never make another movie ever again like this.
Let's hope there's no sequel, but it's an open end.
They ain't gonna make no sequel to this, Dan.
I hope not.
They better not.
I hope not. Anywho, so I give this movie a solid -1. I guess a 1 if we're gonna be technical.
I give it a 0.5.
Yeah.
It was really bad. It was really hard for me to watch. While I was watching it, I really thought about just not finishing it.
Yeah.
And just coming in and just talking about it, regardless of what I watched. But it was bad.
Okay. So let's be fair. I think we can say that we can go. Okay, so I'll give it a 0.5 also. I think that's the lowest we can go.
I think it deserves a 0.5.
Yeah, so 0.5 for sure is the only like real score we can give this, which kind of sucks because I bet you like they really try to like make a decent film with the time they had, but
I have nothing good to say about it.
Yeah, it was the kills were terrible.
It was an hour and a half of just
hot
horrible footage and bad acting.
Bad acting and bad kills, except for that one chick. And even then, that was still kind of bad, but like they at least tried, you know.
If you paid to watch this movie, I feel so bad for you.
Yeah, see, I got unlucky by streaming this on like Tubi or something like that, so I didn't have to pay for it. But I hope you don't.
Yeah.
So unless you're desperate to watch a shitty Mickey Mouse movie, then watch this. But I say please don't watch it.
No, stay away from this movie.
Yeah, this is awful. There's only a set amount of movies we have left for this kind of like theme of, you know, animated characters. Obviously, this show is not going to only be about animated characters. We're going to go watch classics and stuff eventually.
Yeah, we're just caught in the rift right now.
Yeah, we're kind of giving you guys a theme at the moment, but you know, we'll get out of that theme eventually. Bring you some actually good, solid movies. But for now, this is the Mousetrap, and we'll bring you some other stuff. If you want to talk some shit to us or to me, you can follow me on IG at Cali_DTO. That's really all I am on social media. I think I'm on TikTok at CaliDTO408. I'm not really on there that much. I started posting a little bit for the show, but not too much. But you can still follow me or whatever. You?
And if you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Bay Area Creep. And that's me. That's really it. That's all I got. Just my Insta. And
yeah,
that's it. That's all I got. Yeah, I got nothing else. I don't have TikTok or any of that shit. So.
Or if you want to email us for any, you know, questions, suggestions, we always love suggestions. Oh, and you don't have IG.
And yeah, don't forget to go on our Instagram, Beyond the Ether page.
Yeah, so it's Beyond the _Ether on IG. But if you don't have social media, because you know, like some of us, we want to be off the grid a little bit. You can email us at boocrew2025@gmail.com, and you could just give us suggestions, things you like or don't like about the show. I want to hear it. I want to hear from you guys. I love the interaction with the folks out there, you know. Until then, this is the Boo Crew coming at you. See you in a week.